we will break it up to start with, which is my very favorite. This is the one I use the most. This is another realtor site. That's a good example. And again, the copy's kind of tiny. In order to break it up, you have to understand two things about search engines, and David brought this up yesterday. One is they ignore basic punctuation. Period, colon, semicolon, comma. What else is basic punctuation?
Capitalization.
They ignore capitalization. Symbols, dashes, slashes, question marks, other things like that. Well, no question marks, punctuation, that's fine. The little tilde, is that what it is, a little square line? That can skew the key phrase. But basic punctuation is fine. And let me show you an example, and I'll tell you what I mean about skewing the key phrase. Down here in this paragraph, we've got two good examples. Second paragraph. Each of the center city real estate market highlights something special for those who wish to live in downtown Philadelphia. You can't see it, but there's a period right there after Philadelphia. Society Hill homes offer picturesque 17th and 18th century blah, blah, blah. Here's another example down in the third sentence. Within walking distance of practically everything you might want in South Philadelphia, comma, Society Hill homes flawlessly combine peace and tranquility, la 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 la. Search engines never see that, but because there's a period or a comma there, your reader has a mental pause. They do not see Philadelphia Society Hill homes as one big long phrase that you keep saying over and over again. It never occurs to them because that's not how it comes across. Search engines, on the other hand, do see it just as is. They also ignore line breaks. So if we had chosen to, we could have put Philadelphia, period, line break, Society Hill homes, and Google would have thought it was just all one thing. They would have never flinched. Skewing the key phrase. Let's jump back to that for a second. I don't have a slide for that, but I'll tell you real quickly. When you go to Google, you can find out if the way you plan to break up a key phrase is going to hose it up or not by simply typing it in. You type in the regular key phrase, no quotes. You could do Philadelphia Society Hill homes if you wanted to as an example. And just look at the top 5 or 6, whatever's showing on the visible portion of your screen. Or you can jot them down. Then go up and insert your backslash or your forward slash or your tilde or whatever symbol you had planned on using in there and hit enter and do that search. If you get different results, you know you're going to hose up your key phrase, and don't do that. If you get the exact same results, you know Google read right through and they didn't care. So that's an easy way to find out whether your key phrase is going to be skewed by making a change to break it up. Develop more effective bullet lists. Everybody writes bullet lists. I have found that affiliate marketers are especially fond of bullet lists. Yes, you are. It's a good way to write copy. It makes it easy to scan, so they're great for things other than affiliate marketing too. Here's what you typically find. Yes, you can get relief from high mortgage and interest payments with bad credit mortgages, but you can also get much more like colon. What happens when you choose a colon as your punctuation is that this is a continuation of this sentence. Well, this sentence already has a subject. The subject is bad credit mortgages. So down here, the key phrase doesn't really flow into the rest of the sentence naturally. You could work it in there, but when you kind of wedge key phrases in, it doesn't sound all that great most of the time. So let's don't use a colon. Let's use a period. This is a screenshot from the actual site. Relief from high mortgage and interest payments with bad credit mortgages, but you can also get much more, period. All of these bullet points are standalone sentences. In order to have a grammatically correct standalone sentence, it needs a subject. What's the subject? Your key phrase. So now, in order for it to make sense and read properly, you have to include your key phrase. And you can read all this. There were 2 on here. Bad credit home loans was another. And you'll notice that you don't even have to put them in every one of the bullet points. You know, there are a couple in here that don't have them, so. Third one, write in short sections. This is great for those e-commerce types of affiliate sites that I see a lot. And if you format it correctly, a lot of it looks like formatting and not like copy. Photo GIFs. It's just the title of the section. I'm not sure what happened. There were little images like behind the word, like sort of watermarky things, and they just didn't come out. But it did look better than this online. But photo GIFs is just the title of that little section. So that's supposed to be there. You have to have that. It happens to be one of the key phrases. A little bit of text here, 15, 20 words, photo GIFs. Down here is every one of these has learn more about and join now. So of course this has to say learn more about photo GIFs. 15 or 20 words and you've got your key phrase in there 3 times and it sounds perfectly natural. You wouldn't expect it to be any other way.